I was just about to say, let's look at these other voices in our head. You know, the childhood upbringing, the um, what other people told you that you're good at or you should do. So it's all about finding your authentic expression and what makes you happy. It seems like a very easy ish issue, but it's not. Do you know what makes you happy in the long run, like a long-term happiness? Do you know what fulfills you? What would you do if you could do anything and there was no repercussions? Would you be a singer? Would you be a writer? Would you be a carer? Would you do nothing and be good at it? We all think doing nothing is easy. It's one of the hardest things to do. So fall into this specialness that you are. We were all created as human gods, totally capable of creating in this realm within our language. So not everyone is going to be an astronaut, not everyone's going to be a doctor, but it's on what is in your field and needs to be expressed. And can it be expressed because do you feel good enough about yourself? So here we go. Drop into this special self-expression place. Okay, straight away I get, I'm okay, I'm pretty normal, I'm not that exciting. Or it should be better, or so. These are just all programs. Allow it to peel away. Here we go. There's a tremendous amount of heat, at least in the group field, as if it were clearing away, burning away all the assumed identities that you thought you should take on. So imagine letting go of them as best as you can. Some are survival mechanisms, but just really allow this belief that you are a shining light, worthy of life, of God's love, always. and the identities you covered yourself with work, but maybe your true identity works even better. There you go. You might not even realize that you're projecting or trying to be something that your people approved of. So rather than peeling it away, which feels like being uncovered, allow the light that you are to shine through. Allow the light that you are to be unchecked. So just shine through all your identities. The identities that we have created are exactly that. They are created. Maybe out of a string, like a possibility of who we truly are. But so imagine the light that you are just shining through the identity of your work, of your family persona, of your friend persona. And don't judge. See if you can notice that maybe it was shining through a bit, but maybe not that much. And start imagining a life where your true self can start to permeate your reality more and more. I'm just hearing that if you lived your true identity, there couldn't be anything like depression. It's as if depression is the identity that doesn't work, which couldn't be that true self. So it's not to judge yourself, but maybe this pushing or pulling or intending or striving is not being your friend at the moment. So don't think of stripping it away. Just imagine your true self shining through, finding a way through. So it sounds like an easy concept just to be you, but we've been so many identities till today that we're just lost within conditioning. So just ask your psychology, your subconscious, what have you done to fit in? To fit into your primary family, to fit into your circle of friends, to fit into your first job, to fit into your marriage. And that has created an identity. So it does work, of course. But imagine through that identity allowing this light to shine through. Is there any belief in you that you're not good enough? So you might say no, but just feel into it. Is there any part of you that feels a little underwhelmed, not good enough? Should be something else. Could have done that. These are all just prompts for your consciousness to find. It looks a bit like a gem, like a shiny egg of the true self. So just to have you play around with your identity. The soul and this body. What if you were born into a Muslim family? What would your reality be like? What if you were born in a circus? What if you were born and given to a religious cult? What if you were placed into a monastery? Again, this is to break up your identity, the constructed identity. And you most likely have been all of these in your timelines. Here we go. I'm going to clap. Now let's just challenge the main identity that your child invented to be loved, which could be hyper active, perfectionist, the goody good shoes, the weak, sickling one. Doesn't matter. If you don't know, just say the persona that my childhood identity chose. And no, if it's the goody two shoes, that you're not going to become a terror. And if it's the weak, it's not, or the strong, it's not that you're going to become weak. It's just to challenge it. There we go. And I clap again. This is just to unglue it that little bit so that your authentic self can shine through. And just for a moment, think of yourself as parents or guardians or an uncle. And imagine having a child that's authentic and happy within themselves. And even happy that they don't fit into all the niches. So now become that parent for your inner child and give yourself permission to be silent or quirky or loud or whatever it is that is still needing to be expressed. There we go. Again, look at yourself from that place of the parent, the guardian, the loving uncle, and give yourself permission to be authentic. So somewhere, at some time, it started off slowly hiding your authentic self because the pretend self got more likes and more smiles and more acceptance or more attention. Doesn't matter if it's good attention or bad. So just imagine going back on your timeline. No judgment. Going back and back and back. Probably somewhere when you're between 2 and 3 years old. And you might have authentically been having a temper tantrum. And just see how that was dealt with, what you were led to believe. No judgment, just observation. And these are all quite normal examples. So imagine you're told we have to go somewhere when you're very young and you go, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to Granny's, or I don't want to go, I don't know, to school. So maybe you were made to go, not listened to, or told you have to. Everybody does it. So see what that created in your consciousness. It's quite normal that you lost your authentic self because it was shaped and modeled to be accepted, to be socially integrated. And again, we're not peeling it away. We're just allowing the authentic self to shine through it. Allow that quality of being special, of being unique, of being inspirational. Allow it to shine through all the made up personas. Let your true self create from creation, not from lack. What I mean is, if you notice that your parents weren't loving and kind, you desire to be loving and kind, but from a place of lack. So allow creation to just show you what that is like, not from a place of correction, but from a place of fullness. Okay. I'm going to clap again. There we go. Your authentic light shine through. And just allow yourself or imagine yourself falling in love with yourself. Don't fight it, don't question it, just not with the self that you created, but fall in love with the self that you are. Again, fall in love with the being that you are. Not the one you created, but fall in love with your authentic self. Even if you don't know how to do that, just intend it. And just place this idea, what if this part of you had been seen, nurtured, cherished, celebrated? Maybe some of it was, maybe it wasn't, but it's just an idea, and allow that idea to take hold. And then don't get upset if it wasn't. And now make this choice to celebrate the authenticness of who you are. Hey, deep breath in.